All right, guys. While I'm sitting here, half done most of the work I was planning to do today, um, I realized I should probably record something. It's been a while. We haven't seen this girl. She's been kind of hiding on the channel because I've been trying to work my butt off, and yeah. So, you kind of got a sneak peek there of a potential future setup. I'm making space for it now. It's not getting done right now because there is a possibility of we have a grudge race locked in that I might have to back out of. I have someone that wants to see the car work in person, and then we're going to talk about some things. So I'm not taking it too far down, but if that doesn't work out, I want to have things ready because, as you can see, there's little tiny turbos hiding in there. So I picked up a set of twin billet 67s. Look at how cute these are. Hold on. Let me not drop brand new turbos on the floor. Look how cute that is compared to the monstrosity we have in there right now. But, all right, so pretty billet wheel. It's all discombobulated because I was clocking things. So we can see, clearly, I made space in here. There will have to be some more space made for downpipe and stuff like that, but that'll come at a later date. This just opened up the 5-inch exit side, cleaned things up. I made some straighter lines and whatnot. Like I said, there'll be some more cutting, mostly. So what's gonna have to happen is from, hold on, about here, around like this, it's gonna have to get notched out for the 3-inch. Now, whether I bring it here and then down into this hole roughly where the jack stand is, or I bring it up on top of the fender well and over, which I probably won't do because there's a tire there, and I don't want to like super complicate things. So it'll probably just it'll come out. So we'll pretend this is the backside. It's gonna come out, come down, and just kind of snake over a little bit, do a little S-bend, and end up in front of the tire or away from everything so it's safe. Then, the next thing I did is I made aluminum headlight covers. So, this is like a pound, maybe, if I'm being generous. This whole assembly is quite a few pounds because it's got that big old heavy LED light in there, plus all this other steel that's no longer there. And as you can see, there's a big old hole here that I made. I'll insert a picture here. The nose of this is going to protrude through that hole just a hair. And then what I'm going to do is find someone to 3D print me like velocity stacks. I'm going to air quote that because realistically it's just going to be a tapered inlet from about 6-inch that I'm going to bolt to the inside of that aluminum headlight cover to the 4-inch opening here, and then we'll just have a coupler, and it'll just be smooth. It'll come down, go like, it'll be probably 5 inches, 6 inches long, but it's just going to come from the back of there down, and then I'll just cut a 6-inch hole into the cover where I need to. That way, and then I'll get push connects, quick connects to put those on. Basically, so it allows us to continue to have the headlights when I want them, or up until I switch out, or I may just run these aluminum covers for now, because I have the light bar. So we have space. It'll free up a couple of pounds. It frees up some space. We'll see. It's probably something I'll test out. The big thing is just making sure they don't like fall in on themselves and then become a drag problem. My issue is I don't want to just leave that area open and catch a bunch of air. Like, yes, that feeds the turbo, but it causes a lot of drag too. A lot of guys that drove these cars with like the headlights up said that you could feel the difference between the headlight being up and the headlight being down. It caused enough drag where it was noticeable there. So I want to keep that to a minimum. It is a drag car, so drag is not your friend. So I'll put you guys on time lapse because I was enjoying my music. And you guys can watch me crudely make the other headlight cover. I don't know what time it is. It's getting a little later. So I probably don't know how much cutting I'll do with the cutoff wheel. So I don't know if I'll get the other side opened up to set the turbo in it yet. But I will at least get the other cover made so I can have them in place, sort of. I'll see if I have some tape too. We're going to tape them in place, kind of get a look at it because I'm weird like that. I like cool things. And then, so the other thing is, this is a piece of galvanized steel crap that I've had. I bought it to, actually, my buddy gave it to me. My buddy Scott gave it to me to test fit making the original T6 merge. So like this piece has markings on it from when I was going to do the 2.5 into the T6 merge originally. So I had that laying around, and basically what's going to happen is this ugly booger weld that everyone's hated for so long is going to get cut off pretty much as squarely as I can and then cleaned up. And then that pipe, which appears to be like a 90, is going to come off pretty much straight and then rotate into, hold on. Basically, this is going to look like this with a piece of stainless into the exhaust flange on the turbo. We're going to be using a pair of Shipbox Supply billet 2.5 to T4 flanges because they're affordable. It's a small business, and I'm all for small businesses, and I'm down with supporting someone that is just getting started and doing some cool stuff that makes it affordable for guys like me to do cool stuff. So yeah, it'll just be that. And then the other side, let's see, that's going to get lopped off right there-ish so that the pipe goes in the same away from the alternator direction, but it'll dump into the closer to the fender well on that turbo, and it'll just be the same thing. So it'll be very clean. The headers are just going to point over away from everything. The turbos will sit in the big old gaping hole areas, and then I'll figure out downpipes from there. It's going to be dual 3-inch downpipes. I'm going to repurpose my 50mm blow-off valves. I mean, wastegates. I do have 50mm blow-off valve too. But the wastegates will get repurposed because I don't have any issues with them already. So there's really no point in changing them. So those will get repurposed, and those will just get priority on the bends. I'll probably have to like swoop it up just a hair to get it away from the turbo a little bit, but that's it. May or may not recirculate them. I haven't decided yet. I don't really see a necessity, but if it's not a ton of extra work and it's just some grinding and fitting, I'm down. If it's a monstrosity, I have to do pie cuts and a bunch of crazy extra work, it ain't happening because I don't care that much. The car will work whether they're recirculated or not. So, this is just a space concern. Literally all it is. Switching to the twins, it'll clean up the headers, which everyone complains about because it's got all the pie cuts and it's got all, that whole monstrosity I got over there. Which works, don't get me wrong. Car works the way it is. But it's not the prettiest thing. So this will clean some of that up. Simplify some things. It'll also clean up a lot of space in the engine bay. I mean, that 55-pound monster won't be sitting there anymore, which cleans all that up. The intercooler situation, I'm not sure if we're going to air to water or air to air, because I can keep that there, rotate it down a little bit, get a little bit more hood clearance, and then just run a Y, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I just buy a twin turbo intercooler air to air and run them out, and then run one pipe up and add the blow-off valve. So let's get to work. Pow, look at that. We have a headlight cover. No, it's not perfect. It's definitely got some gaps and stuff, but for what it is, and for attempt number 2, because this was attempt 1. Obviously, this is for the other side, but I mean, that one's a little bit nicer. It ain't bad. I might push those out a little bit, help it squish in there, but that's not bad. I'm not terribly mad at that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it follows the line pretty good. I mean, it's flat. It definitely needs to contour a little bit, but it's all good. For what it is, I'm happy with that. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. For something that I just thought of and banged out, and not bad. It's about 7 o'clock right now. I generally stop banging and making a ton of noise around 8, but I'm hungry, so I think I'm gonna go get some food and clean up my mess here because there's aluminum dust everywhere. The other thing is I'm terrible at staying focused on one thing. So if I get too far into this, the car's not gonna run again until the turbos are mounted, and we have stuff we need to do before that. So I'm okay with the headlight covers. Like I said, worst cases, I'll paint them black and I'll get some push tabs to lock them in place. Or maybe I'll make some tabs. I don't know. Figure that out and just pop rivet them in place. But yeah, so there's that. I'm happy with today's progress. We got some stuff done. I say a lot. My bad. So before we end this video, there is a pre-order going on for my new shirt. I'll put it in here. Pow. Not bad, huh? Shout out to Built by Wolves, Sean Garcia, for banging that new logo and everything else out. You would have seen it in our video the other day for the EPA. Love you guys. But that is up. It is $30 a shirt with shipping included. You cash at me at $LennyWorks, just like the YouTube channel. Obviously, plus the $. Cash at me and with a size, and then the pre-order goes to the 31st. At the end of the 31st, we will get things all started, and I'm hoping to have all the shirts and stuff situated within a month. And then we will go from there. There's only t-shirts available right now. I'm not doing hoodies right now. I know the perfect time for that. However, this being the first go around, I want to keep it pretty simple. So we're just doing shirts. Keeping the shirt order pretty straightforward. Standard sizes. If you have something weird you want to try and order, let me know. I had Snydertron 3000 wanted to order a banner. So I have to look into that. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. I don't even have one. As you can see, my walls are pretty bare. Actually, I do have my, hold on. Let me close this door real quick. I do have my Clutch Masters Maps Memorial poster. He hangs out on the door and basically tells me I'm doing a bad job because I need to hurry up. So that'll be it for today's video. As always, comment, like, share, subscribe. Get up, get after it.